It's been a while since I've scared myself in a car, and today in the Subaru WRX STI, I've found that day again, because this car is, you can't describe it other than it being, you know, a rally weapon for the roads. It really is. It's solid, it's rugged, it's just a beast. This thing is an absolute monster. And it's kind of crude, which I like about it as well. It's got a 2.5 litre boxer 4 turbocharged engine. So we're not really packing the most modern of engines, but what this thing is packing is plenty of power. 296 brake horsepower to be exact, which gives this car a 0 to 62 time of 5.2 seconds and a top speed, which is a little bit irrelevant in a car like this, of 159 miles an hour. Now, because it is symmetrical all-wheel drive, it's the way in which the power is delivered to all four wheels that is pretty much like nothing I've ever driven. The Audi S3 is its kind of closest rival in terms of price and power and whatnot. But with that car, you get a bit of slip from the wheels. With this, even on wet, greasy roads like today, I'm getting absolutely zero slip whatsoever. And that means that every time I put my foot flat to the floor, I'm getting instant power, instant torque. And it feels a lot faster than 5.2 seconds suggests. If you were to tell me that this had 400 horsepower, I would believe you. Even 450. Very different to any modern car that I've driven recently. Part of the reason is close ratio gearbox. You've got kind of springy clutch and hydraulic power steering. None of this electric nonsense.
Through the corners, any corner, the WRX is superhuman and properly ballsy. While attacking these bends hard in a rear-wheel drive car might land you in hospital after you've oversteered into a forest, the only way you'll end up in hospital in the Subaru is because you've cornered too hard and ripped your own face off.
The roads are really slippery. Doesn't faze this car. Does not faze this car, and it doesn't faze me as well. I feel almost as confident driving this as it feels driving me, because let's face it, I will never get to this car's limits. Whittle Tunnel. Let's have a little listen. Now that's one of the gripes that I've got with this car. It goes like the clappers, but it doesn't sound like a Scooby should. I want that wop 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 noise all the time, and even from inside, look, you can probably. It doesn't sound loud enough. It doesn't sound brash enough, and that's a bit disappointing.
At £29,000 you're getting something very special dynamically, but in terms of interior quality and overall finish, the Scooby's more of a rough diamond than buyers have come to expect.
Would I buy one? Hell no. It's just a bit too crude. For my money, I'd have something a bit more German. Something where the interior quality is better, because this, it's all a bit nasty, it's plasticky. But this car is all about driving. That's why I've got a thick steering wheel. That's why I've got a close ratio gearbox. That's why, you know, the steering rack is quicker than a Porsche 911's. It's those little things that make me forgive the kind of interior quality that isn't quite there. Although it might look like a bit of a rice-ish brute, there's a reason that I've got a massive bonnet scoop, because there is an intercooler right behind it. There's a reason I've got flared arches, and that's because it's got a really wide track. There's a reason I've got big tyres, because this is a rally-bred car. The wing is a little bit extreme, granted, but it's a Subaru. We've got Audis, we've got BMWs that we can choose from. If you buy this car, then you are, you know, you're a left field thinker. And if I see you driving one of these, you're going to get a big thumbs up from me. You know that feeling you get when you're in your buddy's passenger seat and he or she floors it? The car might have 250, 300 horsepower, and you get that kind of fizzy feeling in your stomach. I get that driving this thing, and the horizon comes to me at a rate of knots, and I think, damn, I should probably slow down now. But I don't.
In essence, the WRX is many things. Charismatic, rough and ready, brilliantly old school with serious attitude and an expensive drinking habit. But because we're so spoilt for choice these days, it just doesn't shine through as much as it used to.